Hi, this is Swathiramya, Assistant Professor, AIDS Department, Hindusthan Institute of Technology. Welcome to my video. In this video, we are going to talk about the basics of Java programming. Let us first understand what Java is and how it is originated. Java was developed by the team of engineers at Sun Microsystem. One of the most important people associated with development of Java is James Gosling. He was called as the father of Java. So the main goal behind developing Java was to create a programming language that could work across different types of electronic devices and operating system. At that time, the programmers often had to modify their programs when moving from one platform to the another platform. So Java tried to solve this problem using the idea platform independent. This led to the most famous concept associated with the Java. Write once, run anywhere. We simply called it as ORA. Write once and run anywhere. This idea is very simple. We write a Java program once, compile it, and then the same compiled program can run on the different operating system provided the required Java virtual machine is available. So we will still try to understand. We write a Java program once, compile it, and then the same compiled program can run on different operating system provided the required JVM is available. JVM is nothing but Java virtual machine. We will understand exactly how it works in the forthcoming slides. So before getting into what is it, let's have a look on the history of the Java. Okay, so now let's look briefly at the history of the Java. Originally the language was named as OAK. Later it became as a Java, and the Sun Microsystem officially introduced Java in 1995. One of the major reasons for Java's success was its platform independent nature. This is represented by the term ORA, that is write once and run anywhere. What exactly does this mean? Suppose I write a Java program on a Windows computer. Normally a program written specially for one operating system may require changes or some modification before it can run on the another operating system. But Java follows a different approaches. So the Java source code program is compiled into bytecodes. This bytecode can be executed on any operating system that has a suitable Java virtual machine, that is called JVM. So instead of creating a completely different program for a Windows, Linux or Mac OS, Java allows us to use the same compiled bytecode. This is the basic idea between write once and run anywhere. Okay, so let us understand the ORO concept much more clearly also. Imagine that the student write a Java program on a Windows computer. First, the student writes the Java source code. Next, the Java compiler compiles the source code. The result is a file containing a bytecode, usually represented by dot class file. Now this dot class file is not specific to Windows. The same bytecode can be transferred to the another computer. This is where the JVM or a Java virtual machine becomes important. JVM available on each operating system understands and executes the Java bytecode. So Java separates the program from underlying operating system. The operating system may be a Windows, Linux or Mac OS, but as long as the appropriate Java virtual machine is available on the machine, the same Java bytecode can be executed. This is why we say write once and run anywhere. So let us take the real-time example. That is in our example I have given the banking system. So let's see. Now let us connect the Java with a real world application. Consider a banking system. Suppose a large bank has to process millions of transactions every day. So these transactions may include money transfer, ATM transaction, online payments, account updates, and many other operations need to be done inside the banking system. Such a system what will be the requirement of such a system? They need a reliable, secure, capable of handling large number of crowd at the same time, large number of transaction to be done with the accuracy. Java is suitable for this type of large scale application because it provides the features such as security, robustness, multi-threading and scalability. For the example, when thousands of customers are accessing the bank services simultaneously, the application needs to manage multiple requests efficiently. So this is one of the reasons why Java has been widely used in enterprises and banking application. Wherever we need the n number of customer or million number of customer need to be handled simultaneously, there will be the Java. Okay. So this is the main reason the Java is existing still now. Okay. So Java is not limited to the classroom. As I told you, it has wide application. Still we are using the Java. Java is not limited to the classroom programming. It is used in many real-time, real-world application, particularly the application that needs more security, reliability, scalability and capable of supporting large number of clients or users like that. Okay. For example, Java is used in enterprise applications like banking system, web application and many more large software systems. So Java is also used in areas such as game developing, embedded system. So when you learn Java, you're not simply going to use this programming language for the examination purposes alone. You're learning a technology that has been used to build and maintain a large and complex software systems. This is why Java continues to be an important language for the computer science and engineering and also ARDS department. Overall, it is very important language to be learned for a computer based courses, those are doing computer based courses. Okay, let's move to the next level. Okay, we will see what all the things available in Java. Java is basically the Java is divided into different editions based on the type of application being developed. Okay, the three important editions are Java SC, Java EE, Java ME. First, we have Java SC, which stands for Java Standard Edition. Java Standard Edition provides you the core Java features and is commonly used for learning Java, desktop applications and standalone applications. For standalone application, for desktop applications, we will use this Java SC. Okay. So the next is Java EE, which stands for Java Enterprise Edition. Today this platform is known as Jakarta EE. It is intended for the enterprise level and web-based application. The third one is Java ME or Java Micro Edition. It is designed for the mobile and embedded devices with the limited resources. For our Java programming courses, our main focuses will be on the core concepts provided by Java SE, because we are not going to do anything with the enterprise edition or micro editions. We are dealing with the standalone program or applications. So mainly we need a Java SE one. Okay. So let me summarize what all the things I have been told till now. Let me summarize. Java SE is mainly concerned with the core Java and standalone applications, and Java EE, now it is called Jakarta EE, focused on enterprises and web applications, and Java ME focuses on mobile and embedded environments. So whenever you see these three terms, remember that SE stands for standard application, EE stands for enterprise application, ME stands for micro or embedded environment. These are the basic classifications of Java. So let's now start discuss some of the important features of the Java. Till now we were discussing about why Java has been developed, why it is so important in those time, why it's still using, and what all the editions available. In now we will discuss deep into the features of Java. Java becomes more popular because it provides the several useful characteristics. Some of the important features we are going to discuss are: it is simple, platform independent, portable, secure, and it's more robust, multi-threading, and object oriented. Each of these features contribute to the Java popularity. Let's understand these features one by one. As I told you, Java is very simple and platform independent. As we discussed, why it is the purpose of developing Java was a platform independent. Why it becomes so popular is also a platform independent and its level of security. That is the main goal of developing a language. That language leads to a development of the Java. Let's discuss about the first features. That is, Java is so simple. Java was designed to be easier to learn and use, and its syntax has the similarity with the previous developed languages such as C and C++. I know I'm hearing it, Java is little bit complicated when you compare with the Python, but Java was not developed in 20s. It was developed in 90s, 1995. The whole edition was launched. That time it was considered as a simple one. Now you compared with the Python, it may look little bit complex language and a little bit tougher language, but still it is a simple language because its syntax is more or less similar to the C and C++. This makes it easier for the student who already have some programming knowledge on the previous languages, like basic languages like C and C++. So that is why it is called Java is a simple languages. Next feature will be the Java is a platform independent. As already I told you that it is one of the most important feature for developing a new languages is a platform independent. Java source code can be compiled into a bytecode. This bytecode can be run on any platform where the device should possess the JVM. That is only thing needed. Okay, we can transfer our bytecode, compiled bytecode, to any devices, and we can run the Java program there. Only requirement is we need a particular JVM for that devices. For example, let me explain with the example. Imagine that we develop a Java application on Windows. We can move that compiled Java program to the Linux or Mac OS, and the same bytecode can be executed using corresponding JVM. Only thing is we need a JVM. Particular JVM should be installed on that device. Only then we can run the compiled Java code, bytecode, and we can execute the Java programs. These things already I told you in before itself. So the Java does not need to be rewritten for every operating system. This is the basic ideology why it is called as a platform independent. Next, I'm moving to the next feature, that is called it is portable, secure, and robust. Obviously, the next feature will be the portability. The portability is more or less connected with what we discussed, that is independent. It is a platform independent one. When it is a platform independent one, we can transfer the Java code from one device to another device very easily. So which means it is portable also. The portability means the Java program can be moved from one platform to the another platform with very less changes to the program. We are not making any changes in the Java coding. We just converting the Java source code into the bytecode, and we are transferring via portable. I mean, it is portable. We can transfer to any devices where the JVM is available. We are executing it. We are not making any changes. So that is why it is also called it is more portability. So for this I will give you an example that let us take the banking application can be deployed across different operating system. Um, which is possible because of Java Enterprise Edition version. Okay, so the next feature, let's move to the next feature, that is security. Java provides the several mechanisms that contribute to the secure execution environment. For example, Java does not provide the explicit pointer manipulation like C and C++. In C and C++, we have the pointer concepts. But in Java, we don't have explicit pointer manipulation at all. And the Java bytecode goes through the verification before execution. Java bytecode is not executed as we think. It goes for some level of verification and go for the execution. This gives you a better security compared to the previous languages. This is particularly useful for the application where the security is so important, like banking system, railways, some kind of money transaction. We need more security. So that kind of application, this Java is very well. This Java provides better security. That is why in the banking system they are using the Java Enterprise Edition. Still in some places, okay. The next feature will be the robustness. Java provides a strong memory management and exception handling. Suppose an unexpected problem occurs while the program is running, exception handling allows us to detect and handle such a problem instead of allowing the entire application to terminate unexpectedly. So the probability, security and robustness are important reason why the Java is used for reliable application. As I told you, why we are using the Java till now was these features, that is its portability, security, robustness, or giving the importance for the language till now. These are the few important features in the Java. Then we will move to the another important feature of the Java, that is multi-threading. Multi-threading means that the program can perform multiple tasks concurrently using the thread. So think about the web browser, okay. At the same time, the browser may download a file and play a video, respond to the user action, and also update the screen, okay. These different activities can be managed using the thread, right? So now you understand how it works. So the thread will give you the concurrent execution of multiple tasks. So with the help of multi-threading feature, we can achieve the multiple task. Multiple task is very important feature for the current scenario. So this different activities can be handled and managed at the same time by using the thread. So thread is also important concepts in Java. So let's move to the next important features, that is called object oriented programming, which is commonly called as OOPS concepts, okay. Instead of organizing, what we will do in our object oriented concept is, instead of organizing the program only with the collections of functions. So in C++, we have the collections of functions, we organize the code. But when you come for the Java, instead of doing the collection of functions and organizing the things, we OOPS concepts organize the program around the class and object. Instead of functions, we use classes and objects, okay. This makes it easier to design a large and maintainable applications. Let's now get into the deep concepts of OOPS principle, okay. So now Java, the program is going to be in the structure. In the C programming, we used to do the structure of the programming with the help of the functions. When come for the Java, instead of organizing a program only with the collections of functions, object-oriented programming organizes a program with the help of classes and object. This or type of organization, or this type of function, this type of structuring the program will make the programming very easier and design a large and maintain the applications of the Java. So in the next forthcoming classes, forthcoming videos, we will have more discussion on how to write the program in Java and what are the things in Java.